What's going on YouTube is Donnie B all day. So I was not going to do any kind of update because tomorrow is basically the end. I'm going to announce the winner tomorrow of the free knife. But here's a deal I had to give an update. Now, uh, most of you, I thought this was going to be a lot easier than it actually is, I guess. Most of you have come up with the same conclusion that the fake story is the mountain climbing story. Rattlesnake Mountain. One glove in the snow, climbing with a hand and elbow, jumping off a cliff face onto a little tiny branch sticking out to save a buddy. Everybody thought that was a lie. Well, I'll tell you what. Since everybody only gets one shot at this anyway, it doesn't matter if I reveal one of the losses. Guys, that's one of the losses. That story is 100% true. I'm talking 100%. And not only am I telling you it's true, but I was bugged out so much by the fact that it was the leading vote getter. Like, wow, really? You guys don't think I'd jump off a rock to save a friend? Are you kidding me? You don't think I would give up one of my gloves so a friend could have one warm hand? Are you kidding me? Have you no idea who I am? Of course I would. So I went to that guy's house today, and I decided to interview him and ask him about that day and see what he remembers. And so I'm going to play that for you right now. But I got people thinking that, some of these things are embellishments and some of the... Every single part of everything that's true. Only one half of one story is not true. Every other story is 100% fact. And it's people, it's embellished, or it's a little exaggerated. Let me tell you something. I under-exaggerated some of these stories. My life has been so freaking mental, guys, that you have no idea. If I told you guys everything, you'd be blown the hell away and you would never ever believe it. As a matter of fact, Chad, the guy on Rattlesnake Mountain, when he wrote his paper, he purposely left out the glove part. And when I asked him why, he's like, this story's so unbelievable, no one would think it's real if I left the glove part in. And it was a good point. But I mean, there has been, some stuff, guys. You would flip your lid. There's no way you would believe half the stuff that happened. But I did pull up a couple pictures I wanted to show you, and just some cool stuff. I want to show you the outfit I was wearing when I was in Italy for Florence. When I was in Florence, and I was telling you that right there is at the Colosseum. This is in Rome, but that's what I was wearing when I went to Florence too. I had that in my bag. That is me right there. The one in between the gladiators is my brother, and you can see I was there, man. I was getting it in. I was getting it done. But I actually had a cowboy hat on too, and I thought I do have a picture. I have a picture. So in Italy, that was me with the cowboy hat on when I went over and sat with the police and all that and had a good time. I told you my life has been phenomenal. I've done some crazy stuff in Afghanistan. I got to do some EOD, and EOD means bomb exposal, right? So I got to build a bomb with ordnance and then set it off at a very opportune time. And, sometimes I'm not going to get into those stories, but sometimes things need to get done. That's me with C4 explosives out in Afghanistan. And sometimes you got to do stuff. Now, one of the stories I was going to add in, but I didn't add in, I climbed a mountain, Mount Greylock, Massachusetts' tallest mountain. We climbed the highest peak, and we took the expert trail, which is the hardest trail to climb the mountain. There's waterfalls, there's steep rocks, there's steep paths, there's long winding paths, there's mud, it's just a huge trek to get to this mountain. Now, the day before we went on this mountain climb, I broke my foot. and I didn't tell my friends, and I didn't have it casted, because if I had it casted, I wouldn't be able to put on a boot and climb. And I really wanted to go do this. So I didn't tell my friends, because if I did, they would have said, no way, you're not going. You got a broken foot. Climbed to the highest point, Mount Greylock. And not only did I climb it, but I beat them all there, because they kept stopping for breaks. And stop and go was killing my foot. So I just huffed it. I made it in pretty much just a single trip without stopping, from base to top of Mount Greylock with a broken foot. And I'm going to show you. Let's see. That was me during the hike, right? That's me going up a waterfall. That was my foot. When I got there, I took off my shoe to show them what my foot looked like. And they said then, they were like, well, if we knew you had a broken foot, we would have never blah, blah, blah. I said, I know, that's why I didn't tell you. So, I mean, for me, guys, that's me on the red carpet for a movie premiere. First time on the red carpet, hanging out with my boys. We were in that's Tim Kennedy, big MMA star and TV star. And we were there for a movie premiere and just having a badass time, hanging out. It was 300 Army Rangers. There's me and Randy Couture hanging out. We actually watched, he was in the movie. It was Range 15. It was a comedic, like, zombie film. And I was in the end credits and whatnot. But just completely really cool stuff. And I'm just going to show you a few pictures just to show you a little bit of my life. That right there is the Queen's bedroom of the Queen's Palace in Afghanistan. I danced in her ballroom. I hung out in her in there. There's a lot of stuff I could show you. I'm just not going to. I got to have lunch the year before he died with Neil Armstrong, first man on the freaking moon. That was one of the highlights of my life right there. That guy was a walking, talking Lincoln Memorial. You guys have seen some of my videos where I'm at the music studio and I'm with different rock stars, and I hang out with, a couple different celebrities, as you see, and a few different rock stars that I know. I was at a Bret Michaels show, and Bret looked over and caught me, and from the stage stopped to say hello. And I thought that was pretty cool. People were just looking at me like, who the hell is this guy? But this is literally the life I live. It's all the freaking time. I want to show you a window, actually. This is one of the windows that was protecting my life outside of Afghanistan. It took a couple hits. But, yeah, man, there's no embellishments in these stories. Every single thing I told you guys is true, except that one thing that I'm not going to tell you. Every single thing is true. And I mean, I got stuff I could be pulling up. I was filmed in a documentary one time for football. It's my life has been nuts. I hang out with freaking my man Jack. That's me with the cowboy hat on the back. My man Derek Pontiera standing next to Jack, and that obviously is Night Ranger. And we were hanging out with them, and we were in the back. Jack brought us to the trailer, and he's just like offering us everything. The nicest guy in the world. But I just wanted to say that, and you're about to see it right now, the interview with Chad, phenomenal artist out of North Carolina, but he's back up in New England now. He's the one that was there. He's bared witness to it all. He's the one who I jumped down to save. But every single thing I said to you guys, except for the one, is 100% true. And I'm telling you, if I gave every detail of every story, no way in hell you'd believe them. There's just no way in hell you'd believe them. I don't have to exaggerate, because I did some really cool stuff. I mean, half the stuff I did is just because I'm a little mental shot in the head. But I have a good time. It's like a Joe Walsh song. So I'm going to play you real quick what Chad had to say about that. And since you can only vote once anyway, knowing that your vote was wrong, doesn't really matter now anyway. So for you guys who thought that Rattlesnake Mountain was a fake story, real story. Hold on. All right, so here we are in the basement of phenomenal artist Chad Beroth. That's a piece he did with another person where his side is obviously just amazing. But I'm going to show you before we even get into this just some of this stuff. I mean, the guy is just dope. That's actually a self-portrait, but half of it is a bird. So I'll show you some of his Artemat stuff he does. I mean, the guy is just insane. Insane in the brain. Got no brain, going insane. So he's showing me a thing, and he does works.
Yeah, some of those are mine.
He does works to where if you wanted like a remembrance done of your pet or a loved one, or even if you just bought a house and you want a cool painting with a bunch of colors, he does all that kind of stuff. So it's awesome. But
I try not to.
The Rattlesnake Mountain story. People, you guys don't believe it happened. No one believes it. And now here's the thing. When Chad, my brother, and look, he's painted right now. He's been working. When we did this and he wrote a story about it, and I told you he wrote a story and he sent it to me. When I read it, the first thing I noticed was, well, first that it was an awesome story, but he left out the part about one glove. And I said, why? And he could see the look he's giving me. It's because
no one would believe it if I added that.
No one would believe it. And it's true because you guys didn't believe it. So when we went up Rattlesnake Mountain, how many pairs of gloves did I have?
One.
And how many pairs of gloves did you have?
Zero.
Zero. How much gear did we bring? Ropes and harnesses?
None.
No.
None. I did have sneakers.
That's right. He was wearing sneakers. How many times when we went mountain climbing, we did it a lot, did we free climb opposed to climbing with ropes and harnesses? Always. We only free climbed because we're stupid. Am I a sissy in the cold?
Yeah.
How much do I hate winter?
More than I do.
And we still went up in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
Told you. So when we were getting up to a point to where the footholds released.
No, they didn't release. You knocked them out on me.
Well, he was following my footholds.
I was under you, and you kept knocking the footholds off.
And, well, they were my footholds. So about when you got to a point where you realized, oh, shit, I can't go anywhere, when you looked down, what did you see?
Death. Yeah, trees,
okay,
tops.
Death. So it's pretty fair assessment to say that if you fell, you'd have been dead.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you got stuck, I didn't see you get stuck, so I kept climbing, correct?
Yeah.
And then what happened?
I think I was saying, hey, can you get like a fire department? I need a rope.
Yeah. And how long after you realized that you weren't getting down did you just make peace with it and realize I'm gonna die?
That was about 10 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
I had one toe hold.
And yeah,
I was trying to like stack my feet.
He was balancing 2 feet on one rock.
On the mountain like this, and even though I thought I was gonna die, I was trying to take this glove off and put it backwards on this hand to share the warmth.
That's true.
Yeah,
so
I figured I would die.
So when we were going up the slopes with one glove, how did we climb?
What do you mean?
Well, I remember grabbing with a gloved hand, and then what did we do with our other hand?
Just reached up.
I don't know if you remember. That was, or what I'm trying to say is when we climbed to the elbow.
Oh, yeah, you climbed it up. I just used my cold ass hands.
That's right, you used your hands. All right, so eventually you're stuck on the side of this mountain, and I got silent. Why?
Yeah, because I asked you to climb up the mountain to get help because I was stuck and I wasn't sure how long that one toe hold was going to hold me. And instead of climbing up the mountain, you just clung there, not helping me. And I couldn't figure out why. So I started saying things like, please get help. I'm going to die. And I don't want to die. I'm going to fall.
Dying's so overrated.
I'm twice as high as the tallest tree. And there's nothing but rocks under me. Please, Don, please. Please go get help. Yeah.
So above your head to the left, about probably 8 feet above you,
there was like a weed sticking out. How big would you say that thing was?
It was almost a tree. It was as thick as my thumb.
Okay, so a thumb tree. What happened next?
Yeah, your dumbass screen doored on the mountain, which means spun this way, which is not something you want to do when you're free climbing. I thought you were doing it on accident and were about to fall and knock me down, even though I had a pretty damn good toehold.
One.
But no, you spin out, you jumped off the mountain, all 4 limbs, leaving the mountain at the same time, and you put that little branch in your crotch, and you hung a foot down so I could reach up and climb up you to the next
Up my
toehold.
leg. And
Yeah.
did we live?
I think so.
Hey guys, the rattlesnake mountain story, it happened. It wasn't embellished. It happened. Everything I told you was true as it happened. Even the story with the army when I told the drill sergeant, you're going to have to forgive me for not giving a shit what you say. This guy's dealing with 23 soldiers and one of his own people that just got rolled over in a truck. He did not care what I was saying to him. Heads up, that was a true story. All right, so I just wanted to do that. So now you can look up Chad B. Roth on Facebook if you are wanting some seriously awesome art. And he does commission pieces.
Most of this is other people's art.
And he just said most of this is other people's art. Like he has stuff over there that are from other people. That's a half and half, obviously. And then his daughter does some awesome little statues and things. But I mean, even if you're a Dr. Seuss fan, check all this out. That's really cool. And all these are cigarette carton-sized pieces that you buy out of old cigarette machines. They're called Artomat machines. But if you're looking for some really cool work from a guy who knows how to cling to the side of a mountain, right there, look him up. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I am Donnie B all day. Till next video.